My name is Rachelle Smith, entrepreneur, professional speaker, and author. Last time, talked about the importance in regard to tough love topics and the importance of authenticity. And this time, I want to continue this conversation, folks, on how a lack of authenticity will make a fool out of you, and particularly how a lack of authenticity as it stems around or stems from peer pressure. And again, you may think, okay, peer pressure stopped in high school. No, it doesn't, folks. Peer pressure continues on into adulthood, where people are doing, actually, I would argue the majority of people are just going around living lives that are truly not reflective of who they really are, or doing things they don't want to be doing just so society can tell them they're okay or they can fit in and belong. Again, now, I'm a nonconformist. I'm a nonconformist. I know that. And so fortunately, I think I'm kind of naturally wired in many respects to kind of buck societal trends and what society says, I should do, be, and have, and all of that. But I too have certainly succumbed to the need to try to compete and compare and fit in and all of that in my younger years past, and certainly my less confident and my less secure years. It's so easy to do. And I want to highlight, because folks, when we're running around doing things that we don't want to do, trying to fit in, whatever, this and that, many times, and certainly, we can make fools out of ourselves just trying to fit in. Few examples. Okay, I don't wear makeup, with the exception of lipstick, lip liner, and mascara. I don't wear makeup. But hey, if you do, wonderful. Rock it, rock it, rock it, rock your makeup. But I'm just saying, for me in particular, so there was a rule growing up. I couldn't wear makeup until I was 17 years old. And one thing my mom told me was, Rachelle, I want you to think long and hard about this whole makeup, particularly foundation issue. Because once you start, you are not going to be able to stop. Because you will get used to yourself looking a certain way. People will get used to you, and you will look awful without it. So I really want you to think think this thing through. And so, but, I snuck one time, we were in Korea, so snuck one time, got a hold of her foundation and lipstick and put some on. Again, I had no clue what I was doing, and I had all this makeup caked up on my face. And my friends and I, we were all taking pictures, whatever, this and that. And there's this picture that I actually still has at my parents' house, where I look like an absolute clown, literally, with all that makeup on my face. And my brother and I, because he, of course, has seen the picture, and he'll bring it up from time to time. Remember that one time you had all that makeup caked up on your face, and how funny you looked and whatever. So that was an example. And ironically enough, even though I tried to buck the rule of not wearing any makeup and snuck out and put on all that makeup, that was the last time, I ever put foundation on. And so, again, if you do it, it works for you. But what I'm pointing out is just the importance of authenticity. Okay, fortunately, I exercise, my diet is tight, and so, fortunately, I'm able to kind of go without the foundation. The natural look as far as my skin is concerned, it works for me. I don't have to deal with, the hassle of makeup and all of this kind of stuff. And so, fortunately, again, I've had some good dermatologists to give them credit along the way, but also my diet and exercise has really benefited various aspects of my health, including my skin. So, hey, that's just who I am. Sometimes you guys even see me on episodes where I have no lipstick, no mascara, no lip liner, nothing on. And if you see me work out at the gym, any gym, you will quickly see the importance. I go in there on my authentic self. I'm not combing my hair. I'm not putting on lipstick or anything. I'm not going there trying to look cute for anybody. I'm there focused solely on my workouts. And so, again, if you want to see me in terms of authenticity, in terms of me being authentic and highlighting authenticity, go see me work out at a gym somewhere. You'll see exactly what I mean. I don't care. I don't care what people think. I don't care about looking cute in that regard. So that's an example. Another couple of, actually 2 or 3 examples. In graduate school at Northwestern, I remember this like it was yesterday. We had this group project, so we had a presentation or something like that a couple days away. And so we're all feverishly, working to make sure our consulting plan was together. And we were up super early. We were actually up late one night, and then the following morning up early. And so everyone is drinking coffee. And so Rachelle decides, even though I'm not a coffee drinker, Rachelle decided, I'm going to get some coffee too. And so I was an absolute wired, nervous mess for the next 24 hours after that. And I've never had another drink of coffee since then. But again, men and women, you guys love coffee. Continue to enjoy your coffee, espressos, all of that. But what all I'm saying is I'm naturally energized. I wake up in the morning like the Energizer Bunny. You know, if you're not a morning person, I will drive you crazy because I'm just on fire and ready to make things happen. You know, at 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning. But that's just me. I'm just naturally high energy. Again, part of that is due to exercise, and you know that the exercise revitalizes me in so many different ways. But I'm just naturally energetic and work out on top of that. So you know, I don't need a pick me up or anything like that. But for those who do, wonderful. Keep making it happen. Again, this is by no means a condemnation or anything of what you do. You continue to rock your coffee. Enjoy all of that. But all I'm just saying is me being authentic. You know, that's just not me. So when I'm somewhere and it happens quite a bit, can I get you a coffee? Do you want a coffee? It'll be early in the morning, somebody offer me some coffee. And I'm like, no, I don't need coffee. I'm straight. I'm fine. Another couple of examples, when I was in Louisiana, and this is a big one here. This is the whole, you know, kind of not even peer pressure thing where I think our own insecurities sometimes will kind of make us feel like we got to do something to belong. So I'm out with some friends. It was a Friday night, folks. And so the other people drink. Again, I don't drink. If you do, wonderful. You know, enjoy your drinks, whatever. But I don't drink. And so that particular instance, actually the first of these instances, Friday night, everybody's drinking whatever. And, oh goodness, I decided, you know, I want to fit in. Again, just so insecure. So don't look at me now and think, oh my God, Rachelle's so secure and confident. I haven't always been that way. And that's why I share these examples from my own life. So I'm looking around like, oh no, everybody is drinking but me. Like, this is so not cool, whatever. And so I decide, you know what? I am going to drink. So I call the, this is so funny when I think about it now, man. So I call the person over and it's like, you know what? I am going to have a drink. And so, but unfortunately, you know, when you don't drink, when you don't have that history, when you don't know the types of drinks, what to order, what not to order, the pros and cons of each and what each tastes like, I literally, and I felt like I was on the spot because everybody's looking at me like, Rachelle, you're going to drink? And so again, and at that moment, looking back through the eyes of confidence and security, I could have said something like, well, number one, just continue to, that just wasn't me and I wasn't going to drink at all. That would be the first choice. But number two, since I did have a little plague of insecurity then, I could have told myself, you know, well, Rachelle, since you don't know what's going on as far as these drinks and all of this, why don't you ask one of these people? But I was too insecure to do that. And so I had to rack my mind quickly and think, okay, now what kind of drink can I order? You know, and what was the first thing that popped into my mind that I had read about was, in you know, old Cheers reruns, martinis. So I ordered a martini. So imagine again, for someone who just didn't have a drinking history, and I'm going to order a martini. And then so the waiter says, okay, the bartender says, okay, you know, do you want it dry or on the rocks? And I didn't know what that meant. I had no clue what that meant. So again, instead of just saying, can somebody tell me what he means by dry or on the rocks? No, I said, you know what? Dry is fine. I didn't have a clue. Didn't know what I was in for. And folks, and you know how they serve them in those little martini glasses with the olive in it. And I remember I was just trying to look all cool and I'm fitting in and I'm having a drink. And folks, and for those of you who love martinis and enjoy them, wonderful. You continue to enjoy them. But I tell you, folks, I took one sip of that and I was like, what is this? But again, I'm too insecure to be like, this is the nastiest drink ever, folks. I don't know what I was thinking when I ordered this. But no, I was plagued by insecurity at that time in that moment. And I'm like, you know, taking little sips from time to time, like this is the nastiest thing I've ever had in my life. And so again, I'm sitting there doing something I didn't want to be doing, trying to fit in. Okay, another drinking example. I remember me and my friends, we were at a bowling alley. Okay, in Louisiana yet again. Friends, same friends, at a bowling alley, whatever. And so they're ordering their drinks, whatever, this and that. So I'm looking at the drink menu this time. And just what an embarrassment. I mean, you know, Louisiana is very popular for frozen daiquiris. It seems like I should have just, you know, stuck with a strawberry daiquiri or something, grape daiquiri or something like that. But no, Rachelle's going to live on the edge. I'm going through the drink menu looking and I said, oh, you know, this looks good, because I'm a big fan of you know, Southern sweet tea. I said Long Island iced tea, you know, and it said, you know, it's got Coke in it, and I said, oh yeah, this will be great. Give me a Long Island iced tea. folks, again, had not had a clue what I was ordering other than the fact that it had Coke. I was thinking it was going to be Coke with a little bit of some type of alcohol and some tea. And I didn't have a clue. And they bring this Long Island iced tea to me, folks, and it was about in a glass this big. It was huge. I think it was about $6 or something for that drink at the time. And so I was drinking that, and I was thinking, oh, wow, yeah, this tastes just like nothing but Coke and tea mixed together. I didn't have a clue. And I remember telling my brother, about this story, and he still will laugh at me from time to time. He will never let me live this one down. And so was drinking that stuff, folks, like it was Coke or like it was tea, not recognizing, because again, years later, my brother told me, like, Rachelle, that has Long Island iced teas have 6 or 7 different types of liquor in them. And I didn't have a clue. But folks, I'm sitting there drinking, again, not knowing about drinking and how you're supposed to pace yourself. So I'm drinking this thing like it's Coke or tea and drinking way too fast. Drinking it like it's a soda or water or juice or something like that. And folks, about an hour, 15 minutes later, and I remember I had to get up to go to the bathroom. And I got up, and I remember there was we were all kind of sitting around. There was a bowling alley, so I remember sitting around, and I got up, and I took maybe 1 or 2 steps, and boom, I fell over. I fell over on, there's those partitions, whatever, where everyone is kind of seated, but literally, it was not a pretty sight. Because I was clearly, it had way too much too soon. My body could not handle it. And I looked like an absolute fool, in front of my friends that I was trying to fit in with and whatever. And so this and that. And so yet another example. Fortunately, again, everybody made sure I was with some good friends and they made sure I got home safely. But yet another example. And again, if you love Long Island iced tea, you drink on, you enjoy them. But I'm just saying, from an authenticity standpoint, drinking is not me, smoking's not me. But again, you all live your lives, you be authentic. But this is just the importance of, again, not looking at someone saying, I need to be like them, or I want to do this, or I want to do that, or I want to have this job because someone else has it, or I want to live in this house because my best friend just bought a big house in this neighborhood. Never mind, I can't afford it. All right, folks, so be authentic. And I look back now, and I think back to particularly my corporate years, when, I was on sales teams and they're having, we're going out to group dinners and they want to go, they're going out to the bar and stuff afterwards. And I would tell them, good night, folks. That's not me. That environment is not me. And I look back now and I'm not, didn't drink, didn't do any of that, didn't party with those folks. And again, if you do, that's you. You do you. But what I'm saying is, when I look back now and I think back to the courage and the confidence and how I had even begin to develop this inner security back then, to just not let the pressure of, if I don't hang out with my teammates and my sales manager, are they not going to like me? Am I going to miss out on a promotion? Are they going to judge me? Whatever. Am I going to be an outcast on the team? I did not care, folks. I did not care. And so I just challenge you to have that same mindset, because even then, I had my insecurities then, just like every other human being, but trying to fit in and be like the rest of my sales team members and, doing this partying thing and after group sales team meetings and all of that, that was not me. It's still not me. I don't even go in those type of realms. But I'm just saying, be authentic. People always, why are you so happy? You have a zest for life. You're so happy. But part of that is because I'm real. I'm not running around. Yes, I've had my struggles running around trying to be and do and fit in and compare and compete, like I said. But I'm not doing that anymore. That's just no way to live. That's no way to live, folks. So be authentic. Whatever makes you happy, whatever is truly you, be truly you. Don't run around with masks on and trying to fit in and hating your life, because your life, it's truly all we have. And it could end at any moment, folks. And so it's important for us to love our lives, enjoy our lives, and be real and be authentic. Even if it causes other people to judge us or criticize us or ridicule us or reject us. No matter what, we will be okay. We will live. We will survive. But more importantly, we will thrive when we are authentic. So I challenge you today. This is a tough decision. This is a very tough topic. But choose authenticity. It's going to cost you. I promise you that. It's going to cost you. It's not an easy path in life. But it certainly is a wonderful path that you deserve to live your best life now. Your best life, not someone else's best life, but your best life now. So I thank you so much for your time. Make it a wonderful day.